Today we're going to look at the film Safe Haven, which is directed by Swedish director Lasse Hallström. The film is about a woman who escapes her abusive husband by moving to a new city, but as she starts a new life, her past begins to haunt her. In analyzing the film, I will focus on how sound, cinematography, and the editing work together to move the narrative forward by selecting scenes that show the protagonist in the past and present. Let's begin with the opening scene. The suspenseful music disrupts the calmness that the viewer feels once the protagonist appears running frantically from a house. The dark tone of the scene, the suspenseful music, the lonely streets, the fast and shaky movements of the camera as we follow the woman, all these factors make us feel uncomfortable and scared, which is how the woman feels. The viewer is yet to understand why she is barefoot and why blood marks appear on her chest, but it's enough to be hooked in the story. As the audience, we begin to ask ourselves, what is she running from? Why is she barefoot? Why do I suddenly feel tense and scared? All these questions are the result of what Hallström has invited us to unravel as we continue the film. I've noticed that when the protagonist goes to bed, her past comes to life through flashbacks. These flashbacks gradually reveal to us information that we didn't know from the opening scene, which is what we see here. The woman appears, she closes the door behind her and drops a bloody knife. We wonder what is going on, but we move along with the protagonist as she quickly gets clothes from a drawer. We then start to see a shift in the woman's movement as she leaves the room. She is quiet as she escapes. Her movements are soft and slow as she passes the body on the ground, but fast and swift as she runs for the door, which is emphasized by the sudden loudness of the music. Now, let's look at one of my favorite scenes in the film that is also related to the night, but instead of feeling afraid, the protagonist feels safe because she is accompanied by Alex. In this scene, we start to see how Alex is changing Katie's life in a good way. You'd expect her to be afraid to be with a man again, especially alone and at night, but it's the opposite. Alex is returning Katie's femininity and joy in life. Although it isn't an ideal setting for their dance, the viewers focus on them, specifically their chemistry. It's what the audience has been waiting to see. We gradually follow the couples through the cameras as they move around, dancing and laughing. It's definitely a beautiful way to show Katie's transformation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you take the time to watch Safe Haven.